One of the highlights of Comic-Con 2016 was, of course, the Wonder Woman trailer. I had no idea that they were this far along with this movie. Principal photography is done, they're editing the film right now, and they're getting ready for a summer 2017 release. So, they released the trailer, and I loved it. Let's take a look. First things first, that's a German World War I medal around his neck. First things first, yes, this movie has a lot of orange and teal by the looks of it, but it doesn't bother me. The compositing of the shots and the overall feel of the color is amazing. I mean, just look at this frame. She's beautiful, the framing is beautiful, everything is beautiful.
You're a man.
Yeah.
Again, take a look at this shot right here. Sure, there's a lot of orange and teal, and we could do some magic and sort that out and maybe naturalize the colors a bit, but that's really not the point here. And besides, I'm kind of getting used to orange and teal by now. It's not so bad.
I mean, does that look like one?
This seems to be our first proper shot of Themyscira, and I like it. It's got a very interesting sense of architecture, and I'm kind of curious to see what we see when we finally see Atlantis, whether that be in the Justice League movie or in the upcoming solo Aquaman movie, because the set designers were clever.
You have been my greatest love.
Connie Nielsen as Queen Hippolyta. Again, so much orange and teal in this one. It's almost annoying, but still, you know, it's the way they do it. And again, the alternative doesn't really help all that much.
Be careful, Diana.
There's been a lot of speculation about who Danny Huston is playing in this movie, but a lot of people now are guessing that he's playing the real-life German general Erich Ludendorff. This is based on a lot of other casting announcements, like Nathan John Carter playing Ludendorff's aide-de-camp.
I do not deserve you.
Just check out the compositing of this shot. Matthew Jensen, the cinematographer, is doing God's work. Now, I can't tell for sure, but this looks a lot like Lisa Loven Kongsli, a Norwegian actress who's been cast as the role of Melanippe. In the comics, Melanippe is one of Hippolyta's sisters and the leader of the cult of Hades. And if that's who she's playing, very curious to see how that pans out.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Bang! Oh, no, wait, no bang sound effect as we go back to Kirk.
Well, that's neat.
From here on in, the trailer is just one collection of amazing shots, so I'll be quiet as much as possible here. I've spoken a bunch about orange and teal so far in this movie, and there's more of it here, but check out the reds in her suit. They stick to the original color scheme and make it look great. Alright people, hold on to your butts because it's action collage from here on in.
I can't let you do this.
Can we just talk about how amazing this looks? Goosebumps, I mean really.
What I do is not up to you.
it's Etta Candy. I'm Steve Trevor's secretary.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Oh, well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Ladies, after you.
I do. I like her.
When the Man of Steel trailer was released, I was skeptical. When the Batman v Superman trailers were released, I was skeptical. Even now, when the Justice League trailers come out, I'm optimistic but skeptical. This one, I'm all in. I am sold. I want to see this movie today. This might be DC movies' saving grace, and I am so happy that this is going to be a female-led movie that finally surpasses expectations when it comes to DC Comics and their movies. I can't wait. I am sold on this movie already. I love it. That said, there are still a lot of things we don't know about it. Who is the villain? What is the story? What happens to Captain Kirk? I mean, Steve Trevor. You know, Chris Pine's character. We don't know any of these things. But I'm curious. And so far, the trailer has really sold me on this movie. So, again, I can't wait.